Let's see, I put in 10,102 steps. So, time to record. Well, we are beginning week 41 of Droughtlander. I'm glad you guys appreciated that little extra video I threw together over the weekend. Like I said, my motivation has been weird with the changing of the seasons and the extra workouts in the morning. So I do apologize for the sort of erratic and spontaneous appearance of videos and then completely lack of them for days. But I do try to make up for it when I do show up again. And today is no different. Yesterday, you guys got some extra pictures that are like a little bit more recent, like not brand new, except for a couple from Sam, but at least a little more recent. And now I'm going to cover some of the other stars who have been fairly regularly, actually, giving us some new pictures. But of course, we start with something else, a throwback. And so we have this very fun picture here, shared with us by Outlander, because you have to be inventive with some of these names, honestly, at this point. But shared by Outlander, and we've got Bree, we've got Roger, and we've got Jemmy with his freshly cut hair. So this is obviously after that haircut moment, end of season 5, or sorry, end of season 6. I'm actually rewatching that right now for the very first time this year. Well, this month. And we have some weird comments on the side. At least they seem a little odd to me. From Erie Callie, I don't like them as a couple. I mean, Roger and Brianna. And that's odd, I would think, because in the book, they go together really well. Maybe on screen, it takes them a minute to get there, and they really show that. So it's a little harder to see them together naturally when they finally figure their crap out. But I actually, I like Brianna and Roger together. I like Sophie and Richard together. I think they do really well. But that's just my personal opinion. Go ahead and let me know below if you're like, there's a couple that everybody really, really enjoys on the show and you're like, it still doesn't make any sense. Now, I do have another throwback before I get on with the show, I guess. But this is a fun one with Sophie and Lauren. And if you are a member or a patron, go check out. We had some announcements, and one of them actually does concern Lauren. Please do check out any videos that are just for you, my members and my patrons. Back to this fun video, though. Yeah, Lauren and Sophie just having fun on set. Again, season 6 from what I can tell. And Lauren, of course, is the camera bug. She really enjoys getting images and videos of people. So, yeah.
This is Lauren Lyle, our official on-set photographer. Hi. Can we just get a great angle low? A low angle. Lovely. Spy.
I feel like that was a little too low. Hiding you, there's no more picture worth taking unless you are really into umbrellas, because I don't want to shame anybody who just loves umbrellas. My daughter really loves her umbrella. I think it's because of the pictures and the glitter on the inside. Speaking of being full of glitter on the inside, you know what? That's exactly the mental image I get when I think of these two people and just who they are on the inside. So happy, so cheery, always just fantastic. I cannot wait to meet either one of them, hopefully at the gathering here in November. But I adore John Bell. I love Caitlin O'Ryan, and they've just been having a great time since they've gotten back to Scotland, taking pictures and sharing them with us. And this is no different. I'll be honest, I think most of these are Caitlin's that she's been sharing with us, but Outlander Online is the one giving them to us right now. If you go to Outlander Online, you can get cleaner, bigger pictures, but I'm going to share it here since they've shared it here. Outlander Online, Isle of Skye, Scotland, and new photos of Caitlin O'Ryan and John Bell on the Isle of Skye, which we did get some 2 videos ago. We're going to see some more now. And I'm just enjoying trail. I suppose vehicles could go down this one as well. It's a nice dirt rock trail, but a nice walk, beautiful view, even though it's not like a view area. We're not looking at mountains. We're just looking at countryside. Still freaking beautiful. So, of course, a big thanks to Outlander Online for sharing those, Caitlin and John for collectively taking pictures and sharing them with us lately. I really appreciate that because, as it was said before, we are getting tons of behind the scenes images that we wish we would be getting from the recording of season 8. We got some Blood of My Blood behind the scenes sneak peeks of Claire's mom and dad. So why not some of Claire and Jamie, as they're rounding about that last season. because they're going to be very tight-lipped season 8 final season. While some of us are guessing what's going to be included in that final season, they don't want any big clues yet. I'm sure something will be revealed in time, but since we won't be seeing it probably for 2 years, I don't even like saying that out loud, but since we probably won't even see it for about 2 years, making us crazy now would be pointless. They're going to release stuff, just not yet. So we have other things to look forward to because our stars are relentless with projects. Obviously, Caitriona had been working on The Cut. We've had Lauren Lyle's work outside as well. Karen Peary told you yesterday about Sam with SAS, and it looks like that may be coming back. Well, of course, Richard Rankin has also been busy, and we are expecting a series from him very soon. Those of you who are BBC subscribers, you're going to be able to see it a little sooner than me, but that's okay. I'm not jealous. I'm not mad. But Richard Rankin and Rebus, and I do have a very short part of an interview. The full link will be below. Let's check out and see what Richard Rankin has to say about Rebus.
Greg Burke has adapted the story. He's made the character younger. They've sort of set it in a modern Edinburgh. So there's a few shifts. Obviously, the way that the story runs in the books, we're in modern day Edinburgh, but with a much older Rebus. But now we've just basically taken it to be. We've kind of gone back in the character's story, but brought that forward to modern Edinburgh. So he's younger and sort of, kicking about today as opposed to maybe the years.
Okay, so if I'm understanding this correctly, it's earlier in Rebus's career, but probably just to make it more familiar for anybody watching, they've made it, modern times instead of, being further in Rebus's past than would be in the book. So that makes sense, I think. It's kind of what they did with, this is a very silly comparison, but I'm a superhero watcher, so it makes me think of what they did with Smallville while telling the story of Clark Kent while he is a teenager, and yet it was happening in modern times for the time rather than, back in the 30s, because, Superman showed up, or what, 39? I'll have to double check that down. But yeah, so I like that. I like the idea to make it a more familiar setting, to modernize it a bit, and yet still get the background of the character. I'm looking forward to it. I love a good crime show. Very excited to be able to see Richard doing something other than Roger, because I don't believe I've seen him in anything other than Outlander, and I've really enjoyed his performances on Outlander. If you have a favorite Richard Rankin show that is not Outlander that you think I should go see, please go ahead and put that below. I'm asking you guys to do a lot of typing in the comments today. Please complain about that below. Okay, enough of that. We got to see Richard. I wanted to show off a Caitriona video that I came across. It's for Mother's Day, but I liked it, so we're just going to watch it. So YouTube did censor this for the original background music, so I will be reading what Caitriona says here. The question is, I'm curious, in what ways have you brought your home with you where you go? Her answer is, it stays with you. I think it ends up being the people that you gather, right? Right now, my husband, my son, I think, that's my home. And where we go, we always have that. I've definitely, since I've left, I think you create a family where you go by just creating beautiful people around you. And that's a lovely thought. I really enjoyed that. Well, that might have gotten censored, so we're going to move along to this really nice bit of convention news. I got a clip from a convention to round up our video, but Caitriona is seen at so few conventions that I thought I would let you know that Caitriona is planning to be in at the Highlanders 7 in Birmingham, England. Thankfully, it's Birmingham and not something I can't pronounce. But Birmingham, England, this is going to be July 19th through the 21st. And according to My English Sassenach, it says, yay, it's been announced that Caitriona Balfe will be attending this year's Highlander event in Birmingham, England. I'm so excited. Who's coming? Not me. I'm kind of conventioned. I'm scheduled. Aside from Caitriona, there is a very strong and exciting lineup of guests: Sophie Skelton, Richard Rankin, David Barry, John Bell, Ed Spleers, Charles Vandervaart, Stephen Cree, please see www.starfury.co.uk for the Highlanders page on Facebook. So fantastic news, especially for those who really want to see Caitriona here. She doesn't go to tons of different conventions. Just, she's busy. But I do have one clip from what I believe is a very recent appearance of her at a convention here. It's another one that I'm not real familiar with, so I'm not going to try to introduce a bunch of stuff, but I will share the clip here in just a moment. I wanted to ask, is there anyone out there, and I'm sorry to break before I show this clip, but is there anyone out there who is a big Doctor Who fan, who has been watching the new Doctor Who's as they show up on the Disney Channel? Because would you believe that in the most recent Doctor Who episode, they featured, out of all the different music in the universe of the planet Earth and the universe, actually, because it's Doctor Who, of time and space, they featured the Skyboat song. I am not kidding you. The Doctor is singing the Skyboat song to keep himself calm in a rather stressful situation. And I won't give you any more spoilers other than that for anybody who has been watching and hasn't gotten to that episode. But oh my gosh, I was just freaking out because I'm an avid Doctor Who watcher. Hello, have you met me? And obviously I enjoy Outlander. I know, shocking. And bam, Skyboat song. It was great. I just realized I recorded that whole thing while I was still miniaturized in the corner. So if that picture looks funny, I apologize. Hopefully my sound sounds better today than it did yesterday. I don't know what has changed, if there was an update that defaulted something that I undefaulted long ago, and now I don't know how to undefault it again, but I'm playing with the sound. Hopefully it sounds better. All right, last bit of information to share with you as we begin this, our 41st week of Droughtlander, for waiting for part 2 of season 7, which I haven't had to say in a while because I just don't want to. But yeah, we've got this fun clip, and well, basically, Sam wants blow-up toys.
Only going to get one take.
We also
Said it.
have a little understanding where we're going to get better trailers, more snacks. Like,
You are a child. You're literally a child.
and inflatable toys, right?
Inflatable toys. You know what I feel like when I go to the gathering? If Sam were going to be there, I know exactly what I would take now. I would wait for like the sale at Walmart and Target and any place else that sells beach balls. And when they're trying to get rid of the last unsold ones, I'll go buy like 30 of them. Like, here's for your trailer on your next show or movie. I crack myself up sometimes. Okay, guys. Thank you so much for joining me. That is all I have. I told you I had some extra stuff, and that was it. I do want to, of course, welcome again my newest member. Thank you so much for joining us. I want to thank my patrons and my members for your continued support. I am finally having some things to share on the side here with my patrons and my members. So please do check. I will try to post there a little more often. If you missed a chat last week and you are a patron and you still wanted to do it this week because I got busy and did not check my messages as often as I should, my apologies. Please let me know in the patrons. I've got it set up so it'll notify me if I get a message there immediately. And if there are any members who would like to have a chat this week, I am going to set up a Google Meet and a post in our community for that as well. So just let me know below the post there when you would like to meet up, and I will do my best to be there. Again, make sure you include your time zone so that I could show up at your 1 o'clock and not my 1 o'clock, because they may not be the same 1 o'clock, and that would be a problem. So just let me know. Thanks again for watching, everybody. I appreciate it, especially now as I'm saving up for these conventions. Every view counts, every share counts, every like helps me know what are you guys enjoying watching, what should I show more of. And for each of you, my new subscribers, thank you so much for joining us here, and hopefully you can keep coming back. Don't forget to hit that notification bell so you will know when to come back. And if you did not get enough Outlander fun, then please do check out any one of my Outlander videos. And if you like Star Trek, please feel free to check out any one of those as well. And either way, I'll see you there. That's almost kind of perfect, but that's not what I want. It's I forgot I had that set so narrow. And if you are a subscriber, I'm sorry. Speaking of being full of glitter on the out, Caitriona had been